there. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so you made a decision. And decision, the word decision comes from decidere, which means to cut off that was before. So you made a decision that you want to lose weight. Fantastic. You've been mulling it over, you've been looking in the mirror, you've been perhaps shopping for new clothes, looking at food, or somebody said something, or maybe you went to the doctor or whatever. You made a decision to lose weight. And now the question is, where to start? Right? Where to start? Well, maybe if you went to the doctor, they forwarded you to a nutritionist. Good luck with that. But maybe you decided I can do it on my own. Fine, doctor, I know what you're saying. I can do it on your own. And maybe you have been frantically searching online again for yet another weight loss program. You have gone through 2, 3, I don't know what. Maybe countless, maybe not so much programs, or maybe just, cutting back on calories, depriving yourself from food and the joy of life. How's that working? Usually not that good. So you have made the decision now, you are going to lose weight. With that comes a lot of questions in your head. And the most important question, or probably the most penetrating question is, or dominant question is, where do I begin? Where do I begin? I want to drop weight. Where do I begin? And you can do two things. You can just go running around like a chicken with the head chopped off and do this, that, and don't do this and don't do that. And so, no, cancel appointments or whatever. Or you can make a list of what you are going to do. Just be organized about it, be calm about it, be peaceful about it, and do that. And I like to suggest that the latter is the best one. Just observe yourself, see what you're doing, see what you're buying for food, etc. But coming from my area, the most important thing is observe yourself, what you are saying to yourself. Because what you are saying to yourself, your self-talk, is basically an expression of your thoughts. Now, unfortunately, I have to tell you that we all, human beings, we have been raised with parents, caretakers, whatever, and whatever we were mentally fed, what the talk we heard was for 75% negative and not what we wanted to hear, nor what would contribute to our potential growth. Yeah, but I love my mom and I love yeah, sure you love them, but you know what? They did what their parents did. They taught you what their parents taught you, unless they have been radically gone the other way. And if that's the case, you wouldn't be here. Very simple. But most importantly is observe your self-talk. And you can write that down because you're constantly, most likely, beating yourself up. Oh yeah, you know what? I have done that also, until you come to the realization that you are doing it. What are you saying to yourself? How do you respond, or better react to what's going on, where you goof? Remember, you're human. You're allowed to make mistakes. That's okay. Just don't make the same mistake over and over again. Make a mistake and learn from it. That's human. So observe that and write that down. Listen to what you're saying to yourself and change that around. And so I want you to concentrate on that and really write down what you would like to hear yourself say to yourself. Because most likely that is what you, at some point as a little child, would have liked your parents to say to you. And alas, you know what? I didn't hear it. Most likely you didn't hear it either. And that's okay. Your parents did their best with the tools that they had, and the tools were either fantastic or crummy, but still you are expecting stuff that you cannot express that you are expecting that, and they don't know that that's what you want, so they give you, hopefully, what they think is best for you. How does that work? Well, I have to tell you, not that good. Just look at the stats of depressed people, people with anxiety, people overweight, obese, suicide ratings, etc., etc., etc. Because if you had heard exactly what you wanted to hear, and if you had henceforth done a lot of personal development and be totally snug and happy in your skin and be fantastic at a lot of things, the world would be a different place and you would not be watching this video. So I'm not accusing anybody. I'm just reiterating the stats that are so obvious. I had very wonderful parents. I didn't lack a lot, but I lacked what I wanted, and they didn't know what that was or how to give it to me. And that's okay. I have outgrown that. I have, because you come through your parents. I hope you realize that. Your parents are actually it's just, a way through. It's a revolving door. Excuse me for being so blunt, but that's actually what it is. So you pick up what they teach you, but at some point in time, you got to make up the score and say, you know what, my life isn't really working for me. I got to make some changes. And if you don't know what kind of changes you want to make and implement, remember, there are zillions of therapists, and you have to go through that marshland of therapists and figure out who do you resonate with most? Who is saying what I really, I'm on the same vibration with that. Very simple. So write down what you would like to have heard, most importantly. And then read that over. Or even better, if you have a cell phone, if you're watching this in your cell phone, I have an Android, so I have a voice recorder. I don't know what it's called on an Apple. Excuse me, I don't have an Apple, never have the desire to get an Apple. Totally happy with my Android. So, voice recorder. So, write down what you would like to hear and read it out to yourself in a loving voice. In a voice as if you are talking to your 3-year-old version of yourself. Talk it lovingly. Talk it like you would have loved to hear it when you were 3 years old. Because trust me, that hurt, damaged 3-year-old is still within your, maybe a 4-year-old. Come on, let's not nitpick here. That little child is still within you. And let me tell you something. It's still running the show. Because you never paid attention to it. Your parents didn't pay attention to it. And you didn't pay attention to it. Because you did not know that that was the root of the problem. What happened in that period as a little child. So appease this little girl, the little boy, and just talk to it as if it's sitting on your lap. If it's just pretend you're holding it, as if it is your own 3-year-old child, and read out the statements lovingly. Knit them together, daisy chain them together. Make something nice of it, no more than 10 minutes. Repeat it over and over again and listen to it twice a day. That's the start. And blend in it, because that's important as well, how much weight you want to lose. you choose to lose? How much weight do you choose to lose? And by when? We have, I think, 6 more months to go to Christmas. You can drop a lot of weight, but here's the most important thing. You got to believe that you can do it. You got to believe in yourself that you can do it. Because if you do not believe in yourself, you can take a personal trainer for $1,000 a month. You can join programs for $2,000, $5,000. And I've seen them. Yes, I've seen them. And they're not going to work. And you're going to blame the program. You're going to blame the trainer. But it's here. You got to blame yourself. Because tomorrow, you got to be better than you are today. You are in only one competition, and that's with yourself. Even if you are in a game, you're not in competition with that other team or that other whatever person. You are in competition with yourself to be better every second, every day, to beat that other person. Because please don't ever compare yourself to somebody else. Never, ever, 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 ever do that. Because you don't know what their agenda is, and you don't know how they are raised, and you don't know what's going on in their mind, in their head, etc., etc., etc. So do yourself a favor. Grab paper, start to write it down. Of course, get the Twinkies and all that sort of happy stuff, the pop drinks out of the house, but write down what you want, how much you want to lose. When you starting today, always keep your statements in the present tense. Write them down, record them, and listen to. That is the start for changing your life and losing weight. So, thank you for tuning in. You know the disclaimer. Everything you hear here is a compilation from everything that I have learned from my fantastic mentors. I mix it together in my Vitamix blender and put a fabulous sauce over it and present it to you. If you like it, fantastic. Click the like button, pass it on to somebody who you think might benefit from it. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. And if you don't like it, that's perfectly okay as well. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.